The hip-hop world is on fire, and you won't believe what just went down. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the drama is spilling over like never before. It all started with the explosive release of 50 Cent's latest documentary, a film some are calling a bold, behind-the-scenes look at one of rap's most notorious figures. But while many praised it, one legendary rapper couldn't hold back his feelings. Ja Rule, yes, the same Ja Rule who has a long, complicated history with 50. Reportedly lost it after watching the documentary. Sources say he crashed out in pure fury, text messages flew like wildfire, and arguments erupted in private circles, leaving even longtime friends stunned at the intensity of his reaction. As if that wasn't enough, Eminem is now reportedly stepping into the chaos, leading what insiders are calling a new wave of hip-hop dominance. Fans are buzzing with questions. Is this the start of a massive feud? Could old rivalries reignite in ways the culture hasn't seen in decades? And behind the scenes, who is secretly taking sides? The family was left divided, emotions ran higher than ever, and the stakes are bigger than anyone imagined. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will shock you. And the truth might just rewrite everything you thought. You knew about the current state of hip-hop's tension, and the hip-hop world reached an all-time high when Ja Rule reportedly exploded after watching 50 Cent's new documentary. According to sources close to both camps, the moment Ja laid eyes on the footage, he felt blindsided, betrayed, and furious. He couldn't believe some of the things 50 was saying. A source whispered exclusively to us. Emotions ran high. He didn't just get upset. He lost it completely. Fans are already shocked, and social media is buzzing with speculation. But insiders reveal that what really happened behind closed doors was far messier than anyone could have imagined. It all started at a private screening, held in Los Angeles, where only select industry insiders were invited. Ja Rule, known for his fiery temper and history with 50 Cent, was reportedly one of the few people who stormed out of the screening before it even ended. He threw his popcorn across the room and muttered things that no one dared repeat. The insider said people were trying to calm him down, but he wasn't having it. He felt blindsided, embarrassed, and disrespected all at once. Witnesses claim that he immediately called a few of his closest friends and confidants, venting nonstop about the so-called lies and half-truths portrayed in the doc. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's camp claims they had no intention of provoking Ja Rule, and that the documentary was meant to celebrate hip-hop history. However, the drama escalated when word got out that Eminem, the rap god himself, was reportedly paying close attention to the fallout. Eminem's eyes are everywhere, said another insider. He's seeing this as a moment to assert leadership in hip-hop again. Some people are saying he's trying to mediate. Others say he's just watching the chaos unfold to see who's really loyal in the industry. Fans are shocked, and emotions ran high across social media platforms as rumors of secret meetings, heated text messages, and even potential confrontations began circulating. Sources claim that Ja Rule's phone was blowing up with messages from friends, family, and former collaborators, all warning him to stay calm. But Ja was reportedly unrelenting, responding with rage and accusations. One anonymous insider told us he texted one of his old friends, saying, "This is disrespectful, and I won't let it slide. I've been played for too long." People were worried he might confront 50 Cent directly. Meanwhile, social media exploded as fans picked sides. Hashtags like #JaRuleVs 50 Cent and #HipHopDrama began trending worldwide within hours of the doc's release. In addition to the personal chaos, the family drama behind the scenes added another layer to the tension. Ja Rule's team reportedly clashed with 50 Cent's representatives over how the documentary portrayed events from their past. The family was left divided, revealed one insider. Ya's team felt 50 was rewriting history, and 50's team claimed it was all fair play. Emotions ran high during phone calls and meetings. People were shouting, doors were slammed, and at one point, someone even stormed out of a studio session mid-conversation. Adding fuel to the fire, multiple sources confirm that Eminem had a private meeting with several hip-hop veterans, discussing the implications of the documentary on the culture. Emotions were intense, said a source present at the meeting. They were analyzing every word, every scene, every frame, trying to figure out who was telling the truth and who was playing games. Eminem wasn't just listening. He was taking notes, asking questions, and subtly steering the conversation. Fans are shocked by the level of involvement from the Detroit legend. But insiders suggest that this is classic Eminem, watching from the shadows and ensuring his influence. In hip-hop remains unchallenged. The tension reached a boiling point when Ja Rule allegedly confronted some of 50 Cent's allies at an after-party in Beverly Hills. Eyewitnesses claim that voices were raised, emotions ran high, and security had to step in to prevent a physical altercation. People were screaming at each other across the room, said one insider. You could feel the anger in the air. Ja was pacing, gesturing wildly, and no one could calm him down. It was intense, and honestly, some people were scared it might get violent. Meanwhile, 50 Cent was reportedly in another room, aware of the chaos but staying out of direct contact. He was watching from a distance, staying calm and letting things play out, other source said. But the story didn't stop there, according to our insiders. The fallout from the documentary has already affected business relationships, upcoming collaborations, and even potential record deals. Some artists are reportedly hesitant to work with Ja Rule or 50 Cent until the drama subsides. Emotions are running high, one manager told us. People are scared of being caught in the crossfire. It's like walking into a minefield. You don't know who's going to explode next. Meanwhile, fans are analyzing every clip, every interview, and every social media post, trying to piece together the real story. Insiders also revealed that text messages between Ja Rule and some of his closest friends were leaked to the press, showing an unfiltered view of his frustration. It's raw, emotional, and really intense, said one source. You can see the anger, the sense of betrayal, and the desperation. He feels like his legacy is being questioned and that he's being portrayed unfairly. People are saying this is the most furious he's been in years. Social media is ablaze, with fans debating whether Ja Rule's reaction was justified or an overreaction. Meanwhile, Eminem's role in the unfolding drama continues to intrigue fans. Some suggest that he's quietly aligning with certain artists while distancing himself from others. He's positioning himself as the voice of reason, said one insider. But at the same time, he's watching who reacts, who panics, and who stays loyal. It's strategic, calculated, and classic Eminem. Everyone in the room knew not to underestimate him. The tension between Ja Rule and 50 Cent seems almost secondary to Eminem's influence, with fans speculating about possible collaborations, interventions, or even public statements in the coming weeks. The impact of the documentary extends beyond just personal feuds. Multiple insiders claim that the public perception of 50 Cent is shifting, as some fans praise him for transparency, while others side with Ja Rule, criticizing him for overreacting. The culture is divided, said a source close to the scene. Emotions ran high, conversations online are heated, and everyone is picking sides. Some are calling it a new chapter in hip-hop drama, the kind that gets people talking for months. And with Eminem reportedly watching everything. The stakes are higher than ever, but the tension isn't limited to industry insiders. Ja Rule's family and close friends are reportedly caught in the middle. They're worried about him, said an insider. Emotions ran high at home too. He's not just angry at 50 Cent. He's frustrated at the situation, the portrayal of his career, and even at the fans who are judging him online. The family was left divided, with some trying to calm him down while others encouraged him to speak his mind. It's intense, emotional, and exhausting for everyone involved. The fallout from this documentary is far from over. As of now, Ja Rule has not issued a public statement. 50 Cent has remained mostly silent, and Eminem continues to play his role from behind the scenes. Fans are left wondering, will there be a public confrontation? Will old rivalries reignite? And could this drama reshape the power dynamics of hip-hop for years to come? What is certain is that the world is watching, emotions are running high, and every move is being analyzed. Even outside of private circles, rumors continue to swirl. Social media posts, leaked texts, and industry whispers paint a picture of a feud that is as personal as it is professional. People are speculating about secret meetings, potential diss tracks, and even canceled collaborations, said a source. It's like a powder keg waiting to explode. Everyone is watching, and no one knows what's going to happen next. Fans are shocked at the intensity, and many are already placing bets on who will make the first public move. And as the night wears on, the drama continues. Ja Rule reportedly met with several of his closest allies to discuss his next steps. While 50 Cent's team strategized on how to respond without escalating the situation further, emotions were running high, voices were raised, and there were moments of pure tension, said an insider. People were worried about what might happen if this escalated further. But at the same time, everyone knew the cameras, fans, and industry insiders were watching every move. It's a delicate balance between standing your ground and keeping the drama from spinning out of control. The release of the 50 Cent documentary has ignited a firestorm that no one saw coming. Ja Rule's reaction, Eminem's involvement, and the divided reactions of fans' family. And industry insiders have created one of the most talked about moments in recent hip-hop history. The drama is intense, the emotions are raw, and the stakes are sky high. Fans are glued to their screens, awaiting the next development. And the story shows no signs of slowing down. The morning after the explosive fallout, the hip-hop world was still reeling. Social media posts flooded in from fans, influencers, and insiders, all dissecting every frame of the 50 Cent documentary and Ja Rule's furious reaction. "It's insane," one fan tweeted. "I've never seen Ja Rule like this before." According to sources, the phone calls and private messages between the two camps didn't slow down overnight. Emotions ran high as every passing hour seemed to intensify the feud. Ja Rule reportedly spent the early hours pacing around his Los Angeles mansion, making calls to confidants and longtime friends. He was pacing, talking a mile a minute, said one insider. He kept saying, "This isn't just about me. It's about respect. It's about how the game is remembered." He felt like the documentary undermined his contributions to hip-hop, and he wasn't holding back. Sources claim that one of his closest allies, a producer who has worked with him for years, tried to calm him down. But even they admitted the tension was palpable. He was furious, but also strategic, the insider said. He wanted to make sure his side of the story would be heard. It wasn't just anger, it was calculated. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's camp remained unusually quiet, letting the storm brew. 50 staying out of direct confrontation, said another source. He knows the power of letting people react. It's classic him. He doesn't need to fuel the fire. He knows it will burn itself out and the world will watch. But according to insiders behind the scenes, strategy meetings were happening. Lawyers, managers, and PR teams were analyzing every possible move Ja Rule could make. From public statements to social media posts, they were worried about diss tracks, public confrontations, and potential leaks, said a source close to the team. They had to prepare for everything, and tensions were insane. The plot thickened when rumors began circulating about a secret phone call between Ja Rule and Eminem. "It was intense," said one insider, who claimed to have heard details of the call. Emotions ran high, and for the first time, Ja wasn't just angry, he was emotional. He felt backed into a corner and needed advice. Eminem apparently spoke calmly but firmly, warning him to think strategically. But also, people say he subtly reminded Ja who really has influence in hip-hop right now. Fans are shocked, imagining Eminem as a shadowy puppet master, quietly steering the drama while the two camps fume at each other. Reports emerged that Ja Rule's family was also deeply involved in the discussions. His cousins, managers, and even his longtime friends were all giving him advice, said a source. Some wanted him to respond aggressively, some wanted him to stay quiet. The family was left divided, and emotions ran high. At one point, someone even tried to physically intervene during a heated discussion about what to do next. Sources claim that the emotional toll on Ja was heavy, and he was visibly stressed during the day, pacing and repeating phrases like, "I can't let them rewrite history. I can't let them disrespect me like this." Meanwhile, 50 Cent reportedly held a private meeting with key industry players to assess the potential impact of Ja Rule's reaction. 50 knows how to play this game, said a source. He wasn't panicking. He was listening to every detail about Ya's behavior, every reaction on social media, every rumor, and he was strategizing. People say he's planning moves that nobody could predict, but he's calm as ever. That's why he's survived this long in the industry. Fans are shocked at the level of precision in 50's approach, with many praising him for staying composed while the storm rages around him. The social media fallout reached a fever pitch when leaked texts between Ja Rule and some of his collaborators surfaced online. "It was brutal," said one insider. "You could see the anger, the betrayal, and the frustration." Ja was calling out everyone involved, questioning loyalties, and even suggesting potential public statements. People were worried it might escalate into something more serious. And some fans even speculated about an imminent confrontation between him and 50 Cent. Emotions ran high on every platform, from Twitter to Instagram, as fans debated who was right, who was wrong, and what this meant for hip-hop history. To add even more fuel to the fire, multiple insiders claimed that the tension was spilling into the studio. Artists who were supposed to collaborate with Ja Rule reportedly canceled sessions out of fear of being caught in the crossfire. "Everyone was scared," said a producer who wished to remain anonymous. "They didn't want to be involved in a drama that could spiral out of control. The energy was toxic. You could feel it the moment you walked in. People were whispering, arguing quietly, and trying to figure out who was aligned with whom." Meanwhile, some members of 50 Cent's team were reportedly monitoring these interactions, ensuring that Ja Rule's influence on ongoing projects was limited. Fans were particularly shocked when reports surfaced that Ja Rule allegedly considered confronting 50 Cent in person. "People are saying he was ready to drive to New York just to have a sit-down," said a source. But friends and family stopped him. They told him, "Don't do it, it's too risky. You could ruin everything." Ja was furious, but he knew they were right. That's when he turned to social media, posting cryptic messages that only added fuel to the fire. These posts had fans speculating wildly, interpreting every emoji and hashtag as a potential threat or challenge. Meanwhile, Eminem's influence continued to cast a shadow over the entire situation. People are saying he's quietly organizing meetings with key artists, making sure he knows who's loyal and who's playing games, said an insider. He's a master strategist. He's watching everyone's reactions and planning moves that could change the course of hip-hop for years. Nobody wants to cross him, and now everyone is nervous, wondering where he stands in all of this. Fans are shocked, imagining the rap legend quietly maneuvering behind the scenes while the feud escalates. The tension reached another peak when reports emerged of a heated discussion at a Los Angeles studio involving Ja Rule, his team, and several collaborators. Voices were raised, doors were slammed, and emotions ran high, said a source present during the incident. People were arguing about how to respond publicly, what messages to send, and even about potential diss tracks. It was intense, and some people walked out mid-conversation. The drama was palpable. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's camp reportedly learned about the argument and quietly monitored the fallout, making notes and preparing for any eventuality as the day went on. Fans noticed cryptic posts from both artists' social media accounts. Ja Rule's posts hinted at betrayal and respect being questioned, while 50 Cent's posts were calm but pointed, suggesting he was unbothered by the backlash. Fans were analyzing every detail, said an insider. Emotions ran high online. People were debating every phrase, every image, every caption. Some sided with Ja, some sided with 50, and some just enjoyed watching the chaos unfold. It was classic hip-hop drama at its peak. Rumors also began to swirl that certain artists were being pressured to take sides. People are saying that friends and collaborators were getting calls from both camps, being asked where their loyalties lie, said a source. Some people were intimidated, others were frustrated. It created a tense environment with emotions running high and uncertainty in every interaction. The cultural impact of the feud was becoming clear, with fans debating the ethics of loyalty, respect, and influence in hip-hop. As night fell, insiders reported that Ja Rule held another private meeting with his closest allies, trying to strategize his next moves. He was emotional but determined, said a source. He kept saying, "I can't let this slide. I have to defend my legacy." But at the same time, he was listening to advice, trying to stay strategic. People around him were nervous, but they knew this was just the beginning of a long, intense week. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's team remained calm, observing and documenting every reaction. The 50 Cent documentary, intended as a retrospective of his career, had inadvertently sparked one of the most intense dramas in recent hip-hop history. Ja Rule's reaction, Eminem's strategic involvement, and the divided loyalties among family, friends, and collaborators created a volatile environment where emotions ran high and tensions could erupt at any moment. Fans are glued to their screens, anticipating the next move, while insiders reveal that the story is far from over. Even with the drama escalating. Both camps are reportedly preparing for potential public statements, interviews, or even collaborative responses. Everyone knows the world is watching, said a source. No one wants to make a misstep. But emotions ran high and tempers are short. The next few days could define how this feud unfolds, and fans are on the edge of their seats. The suspense is palpable, and insiders warn that the drama may escalate further. Any move is made without careful consideration. With the stage set for further conflict, the hip-hop community is watching closely. Fans, friends, family, and industry insiders are all waiting to see what happens next. Will Ja Rule publicly confront 50 Cent? Will Eminem step in more aggressively? Or will this intense period of tension simmer down quietly, leaving questions unanswered and relationships strained? What is clear is that emotions have run high, loyalties have been tested, and the culture of hip-hop has been rocked to its core. By midweek, the Ja Rule versus 50 Cent saga had reached a fever pitch, and the tension in the hip-hop world was almost unbearable. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and social media became a war zone, with memes, clips, and leaked messages fueling the frenzy. Insiders report that Ja Rule's frustration continued to grow, fueled not only by the documentary itself, but also by whispers of industry insiders questioning his relevance. He felt like the game was turning against him, said a source close to the rapper. People were doubting his legacy, questioning his past, and he wasn't about to stay silent. Reports surfaced that Ja Rule held an emergency meeting with several of his closest collaborators in a private Los Angeles studio. Voices were raised immediately, said one insider who was present. Ja was pacing, furious. He kept saying things like, "This is my story, my legacy, and I won't let anyone rewrite it." Emotions ran high, and some of his team were taken aback by the intensity. There was shouting, hand gestures flying everywhere, and even one producer left mid-discussion because it got too heated. Witnesses say that despite the tension, there was a sense of strategy behind Ja's anger. He was thinking 2 steps ahead, the insider added. He wanted a response that would hit hard but also protect his image. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's camp reportedly learned about the meeting and, unsurprisingly, stayed calm. 50 isn't reactive, said a source. He lets people make moves and then respond strategically. It's part of why he's survived in this game for so long. Everyone around him knows to expect calculated decisions. He wasn't panicking, but he was aware of the storm brewing. Fans are shocked at how composed 50 appears amidst the chaos, while Ja Rule's visible rage has become the focal point of this unfolding drama, adding another layer of intrigue. Insiders revealed that Eminem was quietly mediating between both camps. Emotions ran high during these interactions, said a source close to the situation. Eminem is known for being strategic, and he's the kind of guy who observes before making a move. People say he's listening, taking notes, and subtly influencing decisions without anyone realizing it. Some artists even called it intimidating because they didn't know where he stands. Fans are shocked at Eminem's involvement, speculating that the rap legend may be positioning himself as the ultimate power broker in this feud. The drama didn't stop there. Reports emerged that Ja Rule's social media accounts were active throughout the week. Cryptic messages hinting at betrayal, disrespect, and unfinished business. Every post is being dissected by fans, said a source. Emotions ran high online. People were speculating whether he was calling out 50 Cent directly, sending messages to collaborators, or just venting his frustration. Every comment emoji and hashtag was analyzed. Meanwhile, 50 Cent maintained a cool public image, his posts calm yet pointed, leading to more speculation and fan debates. Inside sources claim that the family and inner circle of Ja Rule were growing concerned about his approach. Emotions ran high during family discussions, said a source close to the rapper. Some were worried he might take things too far. Others encouraged him to speak his truth. The family was left divided, trying to balance respect for his feelings with the potential fallout. They tried to calm him down, but it wasn't easy. People were afraid of the consequences if his anger got the best of him. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's camp reportedly observed these dynamics, waiting to see if Ja would make a public move. Rumors of confrontations intensified when it was reported that Ja Rule considered attending an industry event where 50 Cent was also present. People were nervous, said an insider. They didn't know if it would be a peaceful encounter or an all-out verbal clash. Emotions ran high, security was on edge, and fans were speculating online about a possible showdown. Everyone was on edge. Meanwhile, Eminem's involvement continued to loom over the drama, with some insiders claiming he was subtly guiding decisions on both sides to avoid a full-blown public confrontation. The studio sessions with collaborators also became a hotbed of tension. Sources claim that some artists canceled sessions or kept interactions minimal, fearing they might be caught in the crossfire. People were whispering, avoiding eye contact, and trying to figure out where loyalties lie, said a producer present during a session. Emotions ran high, and you could feel the anxiety in the room. Everyone knew this wasn't just music. Anymore, it was personal, public, and potentially explosive. Fans were shocked at how deeply the feud had infiltrated the creative spaces of hip-hop. Meanwhile, insiders claim leaked text messages revealed Ja Rule's true mindset during this turbulent week. He was angry, frustrated, and emotional, said a source who reviewed the texts. You could see him wrestling with how to respond, how to defend his legacy, and how to manage his public image. Emotions ran high, but he was also being strategic. Every word, every phrase seemed calculated to send a message while protecting himself. Fans analyzed every text, emoji, and phrase online, trying to decode what it all meant for the ongoing feud. The ripple effect of the drama extended beyond personal interactions. Reports suggest that some business deals, collaborations, potential sponsorships were put on hold as both camps navigated the tension. People were scared to commit, said an insider. Emotions ran high. Nobody wanted to be dragged into something that could backfire. It created a tense environment in the industry, and you could feel the unease in every conversation. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's team reportedly used this to their advantage, reinforcing alliances and observing who remained loyal during the chaos. Adding to the suspense, insiders claim that Ja Rule and 50 Cent were reportedly considering mediated discussions, with Eminem as the unofficial intermediary. Emotions were intense, said a source familiar with the talks. Ja wanted to assert his point. 50 wanted to stay calm. Eminem was guiding the conversation, making sure it didn't spiral out of control. The tension was palpable and the stakes were enormous. Fans were shocked at the idea that even Eminem might have to intervene to prevent a public showdown. As the week progressed, leaked reports indicated that Ja Rule had privately reached out to several media outlets, hinting at potential interviews or public statements. He wanted his side to be heard, said a source close to the rapper. Emotions ran high, and he felt misunderstood. He wanted to clarify things, but also make it clear that he wouldn't back down. Some of his friends advised him to wait, but he was determined to make a mark before the week ended. Meanwhile, 50 Cent remained quiet publicly, letting the suspense build while strategically monitoring every move. The social media environment reached a boiling point when fans started creating elaborate theories about the feud. Memes, reactions, and speculations flooded platforms with hashtags trending globally. Emotions ran high online, said an insider. Fans were dissecting every interaction, wondering what would happen next, and debating who was in the right. The tension became a spectacle, with people watching like it was a reality show. Meanwhile, insiders revealed that both camps were aware of this scrutiny and were adjusting their strategies accordingly. Amid all the chaos, Ja Rule's family reportedly attempted an intervention. They were worried about him, said a source. Emotions ran high during these talks. They reminded him of his legacy, his career, and the importance of handling this carefully. But Ja was determined. He felt disrespected and wanted the world to know he wouldn't be silenced. The family was left divided, some supporting his anger, others urging caution. Meanwhile, Eminem's influence continued to loom, subtly guiding decisions without drawing public attention. By the end of the week, the stage was set for an inevitable public reaction. Ja Rule's frustration had reached its peak. 50 Cent's calm strategy remained intact, and Eminem's quiet influence was shaping the narrative from behind the scenes. Fans were glued to screens, awaiting the next development. Emotions ran high, loyalties were tested, and the culture of hip-hop was watching every move, said a source. Nobody wanted to misstep. The stakes are huge, and everyone knows it. The stakes are huge, and everyone knows it. With the industry on edge, the unfolding drama had already become one of the most talked about events in recent hip-hop history. Ja Rule's anger, 50 Cent's strategic calm, and Eminem's subtle orchestration created a volatile environment where anything could happen. Fans were shocked, insiders were tense. And the week had proven that emotions could run high even among legends. The question lingering in the minds of everyone watching: what's next? Will Ja Rule escalate publicly? Will 50 Cent respond directly? Will Eminem step out of the shadows or continue influencing from behind the scenes? The suspense is palpable, the drama is electric, and the hip-hop world is on edge as the tension stretched into the weekend. The hip-hop world held its collective breath. Ja Rule's frustration reportedly reached unprecedented levels, and insiders say the atmosphere in his camp was electric. Emotions ran high, a source revealed. He was pacing, shouting, and demanding answers from his team. He felt blindsided by the documentary, disrespected by the industry, and frustrated with the fans questioning his legacy. He kept saying they think they can rewrite history. I won't let them. The energy was intense, and everyone around him was on edge. Fans were shocked by the raw intensity, with social media exploding as hashtags like hashtag JaRuleVs 50 Cent and hashtag HipHopFury trended worldwide. Meanwhile, 50 Cent remained calm and strategic, the eye of the storm. Sources say he held private meetings with key collaborators, analyzing Ja Rule's every move and predicting potential public responses. 50 is never reactive. He's calculated, said an insider. He watched Ja storm around, make threats, and send messages. But he knew patience was his weapon. Everyone in his camp knew not to panic, to stay composed, and let the drama play itself out. Fans are shocked by his poise. noting that while Ja Rule's emotions are visible, 50 Cent's strategy is invisible yet deadly. Insiders also revealed that Eminem was quietly influencing the drama, communicating with both camps under the radar. He's been observing, guiding, and sometimes subtly intervening, said a source. Emotions ran high during his discussions. Some people feared his involvement, others respected it. Eminem knows how to manage chaos without being seen as part of it. It's classic, him calculated, strategic, and intimidating. Fans are speculating wildly about his motives. Is he a mediator, an observer, or a silent power player shaping the future of hip-hop? The drama escalated when reports surfaced that Ja Rule considered taking the feud public through a live interview. He wanted to tell his story, defend his legacy, and address the documentary's claims, said a source close to him. Emotions ran high, and he wanted the world to hear his side firsthand. But his team warned him about the risks. One wrong word could spark a full-blown public confrontation. Despite the warnings, Ja Rule allegedly scheduled meetings with media outlets, hinting that fans could expect explosive statements in the coming days. Meanwhile, 50 Cent reportedly stayed several steps ahead, strategically releasing content on social media that was calm yet pointed, subtly reminding fans of his dominance and influence. Every post, every video, every comment was calculated, said an insider. Emotions ran high around him, but he stayed unshaken. Fans were shocked at how measured he appeared, while Ya's energy was fiery and unpredictable. It created a dramatic contrast that only fueled speculation and debate online. Sources also revealed that Ja Rule's family and inner circle continued to be divided. Some wanted him to remain silent. Others wanted him to speak, said a source close to the rapper. Emotions ran high. They argued, debated, and sometimes even yelled. Ya wanted his team and family to understand his perspective and to support him, but the stress was intense. People were worried about potential fallout, public perception, and even his personal well-being. The family was left divided, caught between loyalty and caution. Fans are shocked that the tension extended beyond the industry into personal relationships, showing just how high the stakes had become. The social media frenzy intensified when leaked texts and private messages began circulating. According to insiders, Ja Rule's messages to close friends revealed the depth of his frustration. He was furious, emotional, and strategic all at once, said a source. Emotions ran high, and his messages showed him wrestling with how to defend his legacy without going too far. It was raw, unfiltered, and intense. Fans were dissecting every emoji, punctuation, and word online. The frenzy became a spectacle in itself, with people debating every nuance. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's team quietly monitored the situation, ensuring no missteps threatened their carefully constructed strategy. Industry insiders also claimed that rumors of a potential confrontation at a high-profile music event were circulating. People were nervous, said one source. Emotions ran high as everyone speculated if Ja would finally confront 50 Cent publicly. Security was reportedly briefed and collaborators were concerned. Nobody knew what would happen, and the tension was palpable. The media, fans, and industry insiders were glued to every detail, anticipating the next explosive move. At the same time, studio sessions reportedly became fraught with tension. Artists scheduled to work with Ja Rule allegedly kept interactions brief, some canceling entirely. Emotions ran high in the studio, said a producer who wished to remain anonymous. Everyone was whispering, unsure how to act, and trying to figure out who was aligned with whom. It felt like walking through a minefield. Some people were nervous about being caught in the crossfire, while others were just fascinated by the unfolding drama. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's team quietly observed the ripple effects, noting every alliance and reaction. As the weekend wore on, insiders claim that Ja Rule considered issuing a formal public statement. He wanted to clarify his position, defend his legacy, and respond to the documentary, said a source. Emotions ran high, and he felt this was his opportunity to take control of the narrative. His team cautioned him, but Ja was determined. Fans were eagerly waiting, and speculation online reached a fever pitch. Meanwhile, 50 Cent remained poised, seemingly unbothered by the anticipation. His calculated strategy keeping him steps ahead. Eminem's influence continued to loom over the situation. Sources report that he had private discussions with both camps, subtly guiding decisions and preventing escalation. Emotions ran high in these discussions, said a source. He was firm, strategic, and authoritative. People respected his advice, but some were also intimidated by his subtle power. Fans are shocked at how behind the scenes he's been quietly shaping the outcome without ever being in the spotlight. It's classic Eminem, strategic, controlled, and commanding. The culmination of the week's tension reportedly came during a private meeting where Ja Rule's team debated the merits of a public feud versus a silent strategy. Voices were raised, emotions ran high, and tempers flared, said a source. Some advocated for going public and defending his legacy aggressively, while others argued for patience and strategy. Ja wanted both. He wanted to make a statement, but he also wanted to control the narrative. It was intense, emotional, and exhausting for everyone involved. Meanwhile, 50 Cent's camp reportedly monitored these deliberations closely, adjusting their responses accordingly by the end of the weekend. The stage was set for a dramatic escalation, but the resolution remained uncertain. Fans were glued to social media, dissecting every post, every text, and every rumor. Emotions ran high across the board, said a source. Everyone was watching, anticipating the next move, and wondering who would make the first public statement. The tension is extraordinary, and the story has captivated not just fans, but the entire hip-hop industry. The drama is far from over. The release of the documentary, intended to celebrate 50 Cent's career, had inadvertently created a powder keg of emotions, rivalries, and potential confrontations. Ja Rule's reaction, 50centstrategic.com, and Eminem's quiet influence have combined to create one of the most intense, talked-about moments in recent hip-hop history. The family was left divided, collaborators were anxious, and fans are shocked by the intensity of the unfolding saga. Emotions ran high at every turn, and the cultural impact is undeniable as the weekend closed. Insiders report that Ja Rule's next moves will be critical. Emotions are running high and the world is watching, said a source. He has to decide whether to escalate publicly, respond strategically, or take a different path. Every choice carries enormous consequences. Fans are glued to every detail, waiting to see what happens next. Meanwhile, 50 Cent remains composed, calculated, and confident, while Eminem continues to observe from the shadows, subtly influencing outcomes. The hip-hop world has never seen tension like this in recent memory. Emotions ran high, loyalties were tested, and every move, text, and post was analyzed. Fans are shocked, insiders are tense, and the story continues to unfold, leaving everyone on edge. The Ja Rule versus 50 Cent drama, with Eminem quietly orchestrating behind the scenes, it's created a narrative that is equal parts personal, professional, and explosive. So, what's next? Will Ja Rule make his long-awaited public statement? Will 50 Cent respond directly? Will Eminem finally step out of the shadows, or continue shaping the outcome without appearing? The answers are still unknown, but one thing is certain: the hip-hop world is watching. Emotions are running high, and this story is far from over. Fans are glued to every update, knowing that the next twist could change the course of hip-hop history forever. If you think you've seen all the drama, think again. This feud is just heating up, and insiders claim that the coming weeks could bring even more shocking revelations. Heated confrontations and unprecedented moves from the legends involved. Fans are shocked, the industry is buzzing, and the world of hip-hop has never been more unpredictable now. We want to hear from you. Who do you think handled the drama better, Ja Rule with his fiery passion, or 50 Cent with his calculated calm? Do you think Eminem will step in, or will he remain the quiet power player behind the scenes? Comment below with your thoughts. Like this video if you're shocked by the drama, and subscribe for the latest updates, because the story isn't over, and we'll be covering every explosive twist as it happens. Now we want to hear from you. The hip-hop world is watching. Emotions have run high. And the drama between Ja Rule and 50 Cent has already shaken the culture to its core. Do you think Ja Rule had every right to blow up after the documentary? Or was 50 Cent's calculated, calm the smarter move? Fans are shocked. The family is divided. And insiders are saying that this feud could change hip-hop dynamics forever. Comment below and let us know what side you're on. Are you Team Ja Rule, standing with his fiery defense of his legacy? Or Team 50 Cent, applauding his calm, strategic approach? Do you think Eminem will step in to mediate? Or is he quietly playing the ultimate power game from behind the scenes? Your opinions matter, and we want to see the conversation blow up in the comments. If you've been following every twist, every leaked text, and every shocking social media post, make sure to like this video to show you're tuned in to the latest hip-hop drama. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update, because this story is far from over. And the next explosive revelation could come at any moment. Hit that notification bell to be the first to know when new updates drop, exclusive interviews surface, or the drama takes another wild turn. And don't forget, share this video with your friends and fellow fans. Let them see what's happening behind the scenes in the world of rap, where emotions run high, loyalties are tested, and legends clash in ways you won't believe. The story is heating up, and we want you to be part of every shocking moment. So comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this hip-hop saga is just getting started. And the next twist could change everything.